morning, everyone. This is Mike Yurigan with Golf Brevard. We're at Spessard Holland this morning, and I haven't done a video in a while, so I figured I'd bring you guys all up to date on what's happening between here and Habitat. I brought some cheat notes today, so forgive me for not ad-libbing this like I normally do, but I want to thank everybody for their patience with the project here at Spessard with the greens and everything. Everything turned out really good. The greens here today, we're closed Monday and Tuesday we're actually going to needle time the greens, so there will be very little disruption. We didn't want to pull the cores up for the greens only being down for since May 21st was the first green we put down, and we're mowing the greens at 150 on the metric scale. So during the winter time with the greens and the new grass, we'll take it down a little bit as we go, as the weather changes. But if we get down to the 120 number and conditions are right, the greens will roll somewhere between 10 and 12. With the undulation that we have here at Spessard, when Arnold Palmer and his group came back in 2000 and redesigned the greens, we tried to, obviously you can't make it perfect, but kept the slopes. So when we get too fast, we don't want anybody rolling the ball off the green off of number 18 and say 16 green and some of the ones that have some severe slope to them. So, if we can keep them at 10 plus and they get a little dried out in the wintertime, they're going to roll really fast. And right now they're very healthy. So with not pulling the cores this time, with them being so young, we just wanted to be on the safe side, and as we go through the winter, we might do a little bit more of that. With that said, Habitat has been extremely dry. It seems like we are in this little bubble on this part of the coast when it comes to all the rain and everything that's happened over the state, and what obviously the craziness of the weather up through the West Coast and all the way through Georgia and South Carolina and North Carolina. It's amazing how much water that storm dropped on. But we were fortunate, I guess, if you think about it. We didn't have that inundation where the water would sit on the golf course for 3, 4, 5 days and, potentially creating disease and all kinds of issues that you could get from that. So Habitat did get 2.5 inches of rain last night, which was an anomaly or whatever happened. But Peter was able to get out about 10 o'clock last night and pump some of the low areas out to get the golf course open. He got the fairways mowed, and just be patient if you would, and try to drive the carts where the staff suggests, so that we don't create any ruts and create any problems going into the winter time. Spessard is just so unique, as you all know. Everything has gone really almost 90% to plan. We still got some weed spraying. The sprigged areas should be opening up here soon, the tee boxes that we did. I have finally recovered. When we were in a little bit of a drought, it was tough with the chlorine water that we do get from the city of Melbourne Beach. With this purification of the rains and everything, it's really helped the grass, and you can see, if you can with the video, everything is lush and green, and it's growing like crazy. So we've got about another 1.5 months plus of really good growing weather to get everything the way we want it for you for the season. Try to do our best to keep the course in shape this summer so you can come out and enjoy it. The heat's a little bit better today. I think it's going to tone down a little bit as we go. All the support and everything that we've got from the community. I don't want to rant and rave too much going on, but you all have made this all possible for us to be here and to keep the courses going. So with that said, thank you triple times over. I wanted to give you a few updates on some of the water and some of the restrictions we've talked about in the past. But normally through 2024, we've had 24, we're at 15.98 inches of rain for the year. And this is kind of staggering. We've had about 4+ inches of rain at Habitat, and this is Habitat numbers. 23, we had 57 inches of rain for the whole year. So unless we get some kind of major storm or a lot of rain in the next 3 months, we're going to be down almost 25 inches of rain plus here at Habitat. And you would think, well, Habitat gets a lot of rain, but that 95 corridor, it comes in from the west and it seems to stop or dissipate before it gets to us. So Jamie and the guys over there have done a fantastic job to keep the golf course in the condition it's in and continue. And Dan's doing a great job here with the weed control and just, you know, keeping the grass healthy and moving into the wintertime, because, you know, this is very young grass and we've got to be very, very specific with what we do and when we do it. So, you know, we might come in one morning and say, hey, you know, we've got to top dress today, or we've got to do verticutting or whatever. So again, we appreciate your patience with that. We had a junior program for the summer. Steve LaMontagne and Jeff Gerard ran the kids program. Steve put a lot of effort into getting the kids out. We had a 4-week program. We had 41 juniors participate, 28 different kids in the program, 48 hours of instruction. You know, the heat was really, really tough. The kids did a fantastic job. We had some really young kids out there from, I think, from age 6 to 17. So it's great and testament to the kids in the area and the parents and supporting it, and the grandparents. We had a lot of grandparents out. So we're really excited about the future. Gary got the junior program started, and now Steve has taken it. And, you know, we hope you all to bring your kids, your grandkids, great-grandkids over and get them involved in golf, because it's a great learning tool, as we all know, for life and everything in general with that. Habitat has completely beat expectations when it comes to rounds of golf. The last 12-month period, we're at 63,601 rounds at Habitat over the last 12 months, which is astounding. And then again, that's a testament to the golf course, the staff, and obviously all of you that come over and patronize the golf course and spend your time with us, and we appreciate it. Spessard, with being closed for the 2 months, we were at 50,000 plus over here. So, you know, that's a lot of rounds of golf. That's a lot of time and effort from the staff, and I want to thank the staff and their efforts to getting the golf course open and ready to go for you and having it playable. And I think having two of the really pretty premier public facilities in the state of Florida. I know everybody says that and whatever, but I think if you come out and see the courses, you'll understand it. And again, I jotted some notes down too that I wanted to talk about, some future plans that we've discussed. Irrigation renovation here, green renovation at Habitat. And we'll keep you up to date on the dates on those and when we think we can financially afford to do it, when it's a good time. Getting a quote on bunker renovation at Habitat. And I think once we get the bunkers and a little bit of drainage taken care of at Habitat, I think we're going to be, well, toot our own horn, I think Habitat's going to be a phenomenal piece of property and a golf course that we can look and go, wow, this is what we took over in July of 2018 to what it is today. But again, we can't, it's a marathon for us. It's not, we can't just wipe it all clean and do it all at one time. So those are little subtle things that, again, we're trying to do, trying to make it easier for you, to better for you, keep the costs affordable. With these things that we're doing moving forward, it's only going to benefit the golf course for the future and your kids and grandkids. So I hope you'll be excited about what we're doing. We've got, I think there's really, once we get those three projects, the irrigation here, greens at Habitat, and some of the bunker renovation, you know, we'll always continue to try to make things better. Again, I don't want to sound like, well, we're going to just sit back and, you know, we're going to pat ourselves on the back. You know, I hope you all understand that we want to continue to make it better for all of you and all of us, and make it more cost effective and make things simpler, I guess is the best way of saying it. It's very difficult in this day and age for vendors and everything, and getting folks out to do some work and some, you know, just some subtle things that we want to do. And I think you all know that from just the way the world is right now. So we're trying to tread that water really, you know, is level-headed as we can, not get too far ahead of ourselves, but not look back and say, oh, okay, well, we've done enough, we don't need to do any more. So with that said, I think that's pretty much it when it comes to updates. Staff continue to do a great job. I figured I'd give a little bit of a goofy tip today. A lot of golfers I see, and we talk about, I'm sure you hear this all the time on the radios and the Golf Channel and everything else, about your grips and certain things. So I brought out an old school ping answer putter. I put it with high school 40 plus years ago, and everybody talks about grips and the size of the grips, and you see the players on TV with the big grips and the women trying the things, the big heads, all the different things, sweet spots, all the different things that you see. But grip size, it's like your golf clubs. If you have long fingers, you're probably going to have a little bit bigger grip. If you have shorter fingers, wide palms, or whatever you might have, you know, just stop in and see the staff, and we can give you a recommendation, because the grip obviously is your first contact with the golf club. And if you're always fidgeting and you can't figure out where you need to have your hands or whatever, if your overlapping grip, your interlock with your regular golf grip, 10-finger grip, all the different things, you know, your grips, again, I'm not trying to sell you a new grip, but just take a look at it. When they get slippery in the summertime, if you wear gloves, you see Aaron Rye wears 2 gloves. He won the golf tournament yesterday. You look at the players, the best players in the world, they're always tinkering with their clubs. They want to play with the best. So that no reason why we can't have good grips or whatever. You can still get inexpensive grips that still do the same thing as a $20 grip will do for you on your putter. It was nice to see Lydia Ko win the gold medal in the Olympics. She ends up getting into the Hall of Fame for that. You see all these young kids coming up, the men and the women that are future stars, and it's kind of exciting to see golf and how much support you've all given us, and worldwide, how much golf is up. Again, we're going to continue to do the best we can here at the 2 courses. I know I got a little long-winded today, but we appreciate your support. We appreciate all the efforts that everybody puts in on every day to get the golf courses ready. Spessard will be reopened Wednesday morning, and hope you'll come out and take a look and see what we've got going on at both courses. So with that said, thank you, we appreciate it, and we'll talk to you soon.